Okay, guys, let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about, we got some things that we're going to cover, which the first thing is we're going to cover, and you could kind of close that door about halfway, would be great. First thing we're going to cover, we know we're going to finish the walkarounds this afternoon. We're going to cover social media right now, and we're also going to finish our training on the CRM today. Because tomorrow being Thursday, we're going to do complete run-throughs, which we're going to go from the meet and greet to the guest sheet, the 60-second commercial, the walkarounds, the demo drive, the service tour, all the way through until we hit our negotiations, which is the next thing your buyer's orders. Okay? So that is the final step on what we have. So let's get started on social media. We're going to, as soon as I turn on my little video camera, my little projector here, we'll try to get some videos. Now, social media. Who here has any clue about social media? Okay, good. There's a few of you. Excellent. One thing I want you to understand when it comes to social media, this is going to be one of your best vices in order for you to bring in traffic or customers directly to you that you can make appointments with. One of the other things that I forgot about too is we're going to be learning is phones. We're going to have phone training day tomorrow. You're going to get a phone script that I wrote that you're going to be interactive with and be able to make appointments with, because you're going to be doing a lot of phone call stuff in here, okay? We get, I would say in this store we get about 1,100 phone calls a day. So there's no shortage of traffic when it comes to that. So now I'm going to answer a couple of questions when it comes to social media and different things to do with that. And one of the things that we're going to have is you got to have for yourself is a Facebook page. It's not a negotiable item. If you want to be successful in our world today, in the car business, you're going to have to be part of the Facebook fan club family, okay? No, do not make a business page. And I get that question all. Don't make your own website. Don't make a business page. Use your personal regular Facebook page. And all of you in the room should be friends with each other on Facebook as going forward. Leave your personal information up. Trust me, nobody's going to violate you or do anything else. And if they do or say anything bad, you can always pull their name up and block them so they no longer will ever see a post of yours. And any comment you could delete is not going to be an issue. One thing about Facebook, which ties in automatically to Instagram. So not to jump around, but one of the three things you need that you should have is your own YouTube channel. You should have a Gmail account, a YouTube channel, you should have Instagram, and then you should have Facebook. And you should have LinkedIn. So those are the areas that you want to cover. So if you have to write it down, write it down. Otherwise, it is in the book. But those platforms are the best. Snapchat hasn't done a whole lot. Tumblr, unless you're looking for dates, doesn't have a whole lot of viable information in it. So you could just kind of move. You're familiar with Tumblr, huh? Aren't you? I can see you like to swipe right or swipe left or whatever it is. You're good. So one of the things with Facebook is every single day that you come into the dealership, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the location button, which is a little red icon at the bottom of your post. You're going to hit that button. That's going to make you check in. Now, once you check in, you shouldn't leave the area blank. What you should do is maybe take a selfie or take a picture of you with a car and just start the morning out and say, hey, this is going to be a great day here at, Don McGill Toyota of Houston or wherever you're at, whatever store, okay? This is on Facebook. So you should probably do at least 2 posts of regular still photography every day. And what I mean by that is take a picture of you, say, hey, wishing everybody out there, a great day, knowing that you're checked in here. On your bio of your Facebook page, it should say where you work and what you do, okay? You want to write down automotive consultant in the dealership you work at. Make sure your phone number, your email, everything's updated. That's going to predicate you to that particular page and your personal information so people know. One of the things you want to do once you get your business cards is take a picture of your business card and post it. Post your business card. Okay? The next thing is every day, and I think 3 times a day, you should be able to post something. Don't ever advertise a car for sale or a payment for sale or anything like that at all. Don't put up a price or payment because it has no grip, it has no teeth. Quite frankly, nobody could care less that you have that particular vehicle for sale or anything else. They don't want to know a price and payment. We call that car trash. So don't have any car trash out there. It's not going to be any use for you, okay? Now, if you want to do something cool and say, hey, look at this, like the yellow Toyota Supra they just put up there. You want to put a picture with you, like posing, hey, and a picture of you, the Supra. Look what we just got in, a new 2020 Supra. It's gorgeous, bright yellow, and say a couple things about the car. That's good. You're not trying to sell it. The whole thing is you don't want to try to sell anything through that avenue. What you want to do is brand yourself. So when people see this store and they see your face and your name, those two get blended together. That's what's important, okay? Just remember that. So you're going to move from one to the other. The next thing is video. Video is the absolute 100% most important device you could ever have when it comes to social media. These videos need to be less than 3 minutes, maximum 3 minutes time, nothing more than that. This is on Facebook. On Instagram, it'll be 1 minute is their maximum time. Now, the reason why I brought up YouTube is you don't have to have your own YouTube channel because, quite frankly, it's not going to be very useful to you. But the only thing is you should film and do all your videos in YouTube on your YouTube channel that you have privately so you can repost some of that stuff. All you got to do is copy and share it and post it. It's basically going to be a platform for you to house the videos you're going to make. Now, one of the most successful videos that you can make on Facebook that'll bring you customers is how-to videos. So in your title, you want to say how to, like you could say 2019 Camry, how to use the navigation system. And in the description, put that in there. And then make a 2 or 3 minute video of you, have somebody either videotaping you, or you could do it yourself. Easiest thing to use is you got these little tripods, these tiny little tripods. You could put your smartphone up there. Or an easy thing is if you're in a car, take a stapler and rubber band it to the stapler and put it on your dashboard, and you're going to use the landscape version. You know, instead of it being straight up and down, the landscape is sideways. Landscape version, and use your rubber band to your stapler, and that holds it on your dashboard, and it keeps it up high enough where it angles perfectly. You can put that on the hood of a car, on the roof of a car, wherever, but your smartphone is the best when it comes to taking videos that way. Not to mention, on most people who have iPhones, they have a thing called iMovie. And in there, you could edit it. You could put text in there, little icons, little cool stuff, and you can make a really neat 1 to 3 minute video and just edit it and post it up that way. Yes, sir. That's what I'm getting to. And good question. How often? You should post at least a how-to video once a day, every day you're at work. And you should post at least 2 pictures of something every day. You should check in every single day, don't forget, and make sure that whenever you're posting something on Facebook, you're adding it to Instagram, you're adding it to LinkedIn also. All 3 platforms you want to make sure are simultaneously done. It'll make it a lot easier and it'll make it a lot better for you. But the how-to videos are so grossly important. One of the things is, like, if you show somebody not only how to use the Apple and Android CarPlay, but how the car operates. You could do a mini walk-around on the vehicle, talk about the horsepower and that kind of thing on the new vehicle. Like Toyota just came out with the Camry TRD. So now you can talk about the TRD. You could do a how-to video on the Supra, on the 4Runner. Every product, find out something cool, and every day do a 1 to 3 minute video of some cool feature about that vehicle and post it all the time. Yeah, you can do walk-arounds for the dealership. You could put out a selfie stick and walk around and say, hey, I'm over here at Don McGill Toyota of Houston, and I'm just kind of walking around and showing you the inventory with your selfie stick and show everybody what's out there. Hey, come see me. This is Greg. Come see me over here, whatever, and give out your phone number. But you never want to sell something. The other thing is there's a thing called, which I'm sure everybody's heard of, it's called Facebook Marketplace. Now in Marketplace, there are groups. You want to get joined into at least, well, I would say really, I should say at least, I should say maximum, 10 buy and sell groups that are somewhere in the area of the store, okay? So look at them, make sure they have a high member count, 20,000, 30,000. Some have 100,000 members, a high count, because what's going to happen is when you fill out the platform in Facebook Marketplace, let's say you're going to put up a used car, and this works best for you, works good for new, but it works best for used cars. Grab one nice used car that's out there, take yourself about 10 quick pictures of the vehicle, and I'm going to tell you picture-wise, when you take those pictures, you're going to do what's called the vehicle L. What that means is you're going to be standing at the vehicle. Let me see if, so let's just say this is my car, right? So this is the front of my car. So what you want to do is have it turned, so when you take a picture of this L, you're taking a picture of the front and let's say the left side. Then you're going to turn it around, you're going to do the same thing, take a picture of the back and the right side at the same time, almost on an angle, so you can see the back and one side. So in two pictures, you have the entire vehicle, okay? Then you can take multiple pictures of the interior, picture of the motor, a couple wheels, whatever, make it look good, and put that in Marketplace. You can put the VIN number, the miles. There's where you could put the price, not the payment. There's you could put the price, and then you want to copy and paste the vehicle description off of the website or whatever, put that in Marketplace, and you're going to post that so it goes to your story and it goes through all 10 groups. So potentially, within a couple minutes, you got 500,000 people that are going to see it, and make sure that your friends and buddies like it and share it. Next thing you know, within a couple minutes, you got over 1 million people that just saw that car for sale, knowing it's you. And make sure your phone number and everything's posted. But you can only do that in Marketplace, not on there. Yes? Yes. You can do it for used and new cars is fine. Works a little bit better for used, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, especially if it's used. Now, if it's a Toyota certified product, then it makes it cool because you can tell them about the wrap warranty, which is 100,000 miles. It's great. It's better than a new car.
Only if it's over 70, that warranty?
No, the car's going to be 75,000 miles or less for Toyota certification. So, unless they change the terms. Excuse me. But, so that's how you do Marketplace. So the regular Facebook, remember, you want to be on there at least twice a day. Do one good picture of you with the dealership checked in and one good how-to video, maximum time 3 minutes, and that you're going to post everywhere. Again, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and on Facebook. Okay? And then if you do that every single day, you're going to be branding yourself. But you don't want to put any trash up because nobody's going to listen. Nobody cares about the great event or great sale you're having or any of that stuff. What they do want to do is they want to have a personal relationship with you, and by you doing that repeatedly every single day, it's going to develop you an audience. Yes?
What happens if you take a picture with the customer, like shaking their hand, like at the end of the deal or something?
Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, I just had some of the guys that we just finished Toyota at Katy. I just finished Toyota. I've had 5 salespeople out of the class that just finished that all just sold cars today. And so they all just started posting them. Guy there, Bernie, Allison, they just posted their pictures up online. I just saw it, where they got their first sale, and they're in a picture with their customer. So that is one thing that's very, very important. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Let's see. Jose Barajas. You in, big brother? All right. So let me give you your employee stuff. Always excited for a new member of the group. So we're down to 2 guys. I see, Mr. Rommel. We need to redo your motor vehicle report, so you want to go to Danny as soon as you can, and let's get that done. And then Byram, we have no results from the Cole group at all. Did you do your interview and drug test? You did? Okay, we need to probably, you need to see Danny and have him call them, because there's no reason that it shouldn't be done. So just wait till he comes back. Okay, so any questions about that part of the social media? Any questions about that part of the social media at all? Again, it's Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. But YouTube, you're just housing stuff, okay?
So
And
where's the little check-in button, like when you're creating a post? I mean, I've done it before, but I don't see it right now.
Right at the top.
Oh, you do that?
Status, hit the check.
Yeah, I've already started editing, so.
On Facebook, you click one post, go to all the views at once.
yes.
I've never done it before.
Yeah. So again, when you're on Marketplace, okay? So Marketplace is the little button that's in the middle of your phone at the bottom that has a little house. So you're going to press that button, and it'll put you in there. Then up top, you'll see 3 or 4 icons. The one that you want to hit is the one that says Sell. Then you're going to pick Vehicles, and it'll bring you through the category. And the good part about it is once you put in the VIN not the VIN number, the VIN, right? Once you put in the VIN, the vehicle identification number, it'll populate what the car is. So then you're going to add in the color, you're going to add in that kind of stuff, you're going to add in what the price is, and you know if it's a vehicle that's, let's say, a year-old Camry, right? You know it's a Toyota certified Camry. You want to put that in the description. Hey, this vehicle comes with a 7-year, 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Number one, important point. 2, and in all as much of the description as possible, that car is going to be online in a populated field. So the easiest thing to do is, if you're doing your Facebook from a computer, you can copy and paste one or the other, or you can. I've done it on my phone too, where I've opened up the website, found a description, and on my phone, I pressed the button and copied it, and then transferred it over to my description on Facebook and populated the description. But you got to make sure that in there you put your phone number and your company email address in that description. Now, people these days aren't that brilliant, so for whatever reason, they don't click on the button that says read more, where it has all the description. For those who do at least do that, they'll see everything about the vehicle. Otherwise, what's going to happen is, I guarantee you, as soon as you do it, okay, within 15 minutes, your Facebook Messenger is going to blow up. There'll be 10 or 12 people asking you about that car right now. And you also want to put in the ad that, you know, first we do first-time buyers, bad credit's okay, you know, marginal credit, we have great interest rates for good credit. Mention stuff like that. And then once you post it into 10 groups and get it out there, it's going to resonate. That thing will be out there forever until you mark that car sold, okay? And once you know it's sold, absolutely mark it sold and take it off. You don't have to say who you sold it to or anything else. Even if you didn't sell it, nobody knows that. Just mark it sold and be done. Simple as that, right? So if you do this that particular way and don't put up the car trash, you're going to develop a nice, clean audience. That's how you're going to be prospecting. That's the truth of it, okay? Any questions about, yes?
Is that our main source of prospecting?
That is going to be your number one source of prospecting, and the more you do it and the more you get in tuned, even if you have no experience whatsoever, sometimes it's better to make a few mistakes than to not even try at all, okay? Because what's that saying? Some people watch it happen, some people wonder what happened, and some people make it happen. And that's what you're here to do, is to make it happen. So that's it. Any questions in that area? No? Okay, you're good.
When you said it populates to Facebook, YouTube, I know Facebook goes, you can click and say, also send in, or you can go from Instagram and say, also send it on Facebook. But where, if you go to Facebook first?
No. What you should do first, and I'm glad you brought that up, because let me clarify that. What you should do, first of all, make the video on your phone, okay? That's the first thing. Once you make it on your phone, I would put it in YouTube first, put your title, description, everything in there, because it's an easier format. Then from there, share that to your Facebook. Now your Instagram should be tied into your Facebook, because Facebook owns Instagram. you should have your Instagram name. Now, most of the time, there's a little button you can check, so it turns green, where whatever you post something on Facebook, like a real post that way, will automatically go into Instagram. Sometimes I've seen it work and sometimes I haven't. So just once you post it, just right away open up your Instagram and double check. Now, I've seen a lot of people have some dog-ass crazy names when it comes to Instagram, okay? So what you really should do is get a new Instagram to go along with your personal Facebook, and make sure the name on your Instagram isn't anything that's crazy, you know. Whatever it is, if you can make it your name, you know, Toyota guy or something cool that's not going to be offensive or stupid, I would do that and then tie that into your Facebook. So when you're making those posts, it goes right in. And if it doesn't, like I said, open it up and you just repost it from there. Okay? And the same thing goes with LinkedIn. You could very easily share from YouTube right to LinkedIn, and then write this description and then do the hashtags. LinkedIn is big about hashtags. So, and the same thing goes for Facebook. Make sure whatever you're putting in there, hashtag, you know, hashtag Toyota, hashtag your name, hashtag sales, whatever you'll see that's relevant, do as many as possible so it works. Because the more people that look in that category, you want them to find that. Now, once you sell a car, let's just say I sold a car to Tony, right? Tony's right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that Dan or somebody helps me. I'm going to put my arm around Tony and have my thumbs up. He just bought a new Camry. We're going to take a picture together, and I'm going to type in the little caption in there in the picture, "This could be you," with your new vehicle, and post that. And you want to tag him in it and ask him to share that on his Facebook page. So what you're going to do is have him look it up on your phone and say, "Hey, where's your Facebook? I want to put this on your Facebook page." So now your information with that new customer is on your new customer's Facebook page, so all their friends and family can see it. That not only did they buy a new car, but who they bought it from and where they bought it from. That's going to produce a lot of referrals on top of everything else. Okay? So that's an important phase. And you put that everywhere, every single time you do it. Now, the next thing, too, is when you belong to, who here belongs to any type of church activity or any type of outside group of some kind? What do you got? Oh, that's awesome. That's a good deal. I know that club. So, like you take Houston Car Clubs or another club like that, you got to let everybody know what you do at that club. Part of that is maybe taking some cool pictures when they're having a get together and they got all the cool cars out there. Take a little video of everything and then tag Don McGill Toyota of Houston or whatever dealership you're at. Tag that with your name, with everything in there, and be part of that. And anybody that you know in the club, try to share it onto their page so they have it and they like it and share it. Clubs are big depending what they are. Like we got Houston Shooting Club, you got the car clubs, you got food clubs and food trucks, all kinds of different cool events and stuff that people are in. Anybody else besides that?
Yes.
What?
I'm in a Texas Gulf Surfing Association and some more groups that definitely in the market for that group because I've known them all for, well, not all, I've known the older people for 30 plus years. I know ages from 60 down to 7 years old and their parents and all their parents. Just look at that stuff.
That's an incredible avenue for you. Church, the big one. Yes. The Filipino community? Yeah, another big one. Okay. Anybody else? No? The what? Yeah. Anything that you're involved with outside of work that you have pleasure doing, that maybe you're involved in or doing, that's a group that you want to, I should say, politely market to. You're not going to try to sell them hard. What you're going to do is let them know what you do, and when you're doing these group events, you should be more involved in it by doing some video, some pictures, whatever, and you want to post that along with your own stuff. putting that together is going to be really, really big for social media because people want to know you're a human being, okay? You're not just a car salesman. What you are is you're a certified automotive professional consultant is what you are. And you want everybody to know where you work and what you do and how you do your business. So the more personal stuff you see out there, what they see with you and your family and the events and everything you're in, people want to be part of that. They know you're a real guy. They know they're just not running into anybody on the street, and they want to be able to come to you. But the more you put up those videos and everything else, the better off you're going to be. Yes?
One of the things we did when I had a fishing show, we took a GMC, filming, hooking up the boat, launching the boat, doing fishing or hunting or whatever activities people like to do. You want to associate brand, your sales with some of those things that, you know, kind of connect you to people. Oh, you like to fish? Start talking about that. Maybe they'll come back on.
100%. 100% right. The more interactive you are and showing something like that, like hooking up a Tundra to, you know, a big boat and pulling that Tundra with it and have somebody film it and beeping and waving out the window that you're going fishing with your new Tundra and your new boat. I mean, that's cool stuff. In anything you do, even if you're in a Camry or an SUV, you know, if you could, you know, do a little quick video, open the back of one of our SUVs and you pack it with stuff, show people just how much you can fill in. You know, I had a guy, funny story, he opened up the back of a Ford Escape, laid the 2 back seats down, and started piling salespeople in there. You know, it really was like 16 salespeople had like fit into this vehicle. And it was funny, it was comical. It didn't have a whole lot of point to it, but it was funny that you were able to fit all these bodies inside this car. This just show you just how big the interior is of the Ford Escape. It was just a cool video. So it's things like that that you want to do all the time because trust me, with how many models do we have? 17, right? So not to mention how many combinations of each model. Do we know? 106. Wow. So I think you have enough video material to last you quite a while. Because the good news is as soon as you're done studying for all the 19s, you got 20s already here. So you get to redo it all over again. So any questions when it comes to the social media part? So
I'm doing a post right now, and I'm on Facebook.
right.
I don't see you can tag yourself.
Yep, tagging is the little blue guy,
Got that.
and in the picture is the little green
Got
thing.
pictures of, but I would have to like copy this and then go to Instagram and do something, right?
You shouldn't. If your Instagram is tied into your Facebook,
I know Instagram is tied to Facebook because I know if I post something on Instagram, I can share on Facebook.
It's probably got to be a photo, right?
yeah.
I have a photo post.
That's what I was wondering, because I know Instagram does the Facebook post for sure, but I never heard it really around. Facebook too.
I do have.
I know that does work because I've done it, but yeah, you might want to check that and see because there's like a little green button that you check to make sure that whatever you put from A to goes to B. Now, if the video is too long, I know it won't work. You know, so I know because Instagram you only do a 1-minute video, so you really have to be like at 59 seconds. So if you're trying to post a 2 or 3 minute video, I know it's not going through. But I have seen them where they're under a minute will go through. Because you can really accomplish a pretty good video in 59 seconds to put up there. And then you're not filling the Facebook or what we call you're not doing car trash and putting out there because again, you know, when I see the guys out there doing, you know, hey, you know, we got this great sale going on of $19.99 and this and that, you could really look at their views and their shares and they're virtually none. But then you put up something like I put up the Supra just a little bit ago, probably 20 minutes ago, and I'm already at 97 views. And I didn't put anything on there. I just put, wow, look at the cool new Toyota Supra that came in yellow. And I tagged myself here, and I already got, you know, all these views on it because people want to see it. It's cool, you know, because it's a new product. Like one of the girls down at the Katie store did it where they came out with the 4Runner TRD. I know they've had a 4Runner too, but this particular package is pretty neat. There was one in the delivery area downstairs where it had the blacked out wheels and the blacked out package, and she posted that and didn't put a price and posted it, and I saw in really 2.5 days, she had 413 views of it. Because she's not trying to sell it, she's just trying to show it. Now, if somebody who's interested, they may, tag her through Messenger and PM her and say, hey, I'm interested in this vehicle. But that's a lot. Now, the other thing with social media, and this is kind of a little inside deal, is called trolling. Okay? I'm sure some of you gentlemen in here knows what trolling is. So, what we're doing with that is what you're really doing when you're trolling the internet is what you want to do is you want to follow all the car dealerships that are in your area. So you want to follow the ones across the street and down here. And when you do that, you want to watch and look at their posts and see if anybody's asking questions about a particular car, and then you want to dive into that conversation and say, hey, this is Omar over at Toyota Katy. If you're really looking for this, this, and this, I got this, this, and that. And you'd be surprised on just how much business you can actually steal by doing the little trolling method.
Do you think look at other sites, say you're trolling Honda?
Right.
You should someone they look at it in court.
Right.
Come and say, hey, I got a camera.
I got this Camry, maybe shoot them a picture of it, whatever else. Hey, private message me at here, or, here's my phone, here's my email, whatever, text me, that kind of stuff, okay? Because what you're doing is getting into those other guys, which, hey, it's open game, right? Yeah. Whoever's going to be the most aggressive wins when it comes to that, not when it comes to anything else. Did I knock everything down?